What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today we're taking a look at all the new games coming out in July 2025. It's already starting to get more and more crowded as games start to come out thick and fast for this second half of 2025. I've tried to include all the main ones that have caught my eye. As always, I'll walk you through what each game's all about, which platforms they're coming to, and when you can get your hands on them. Plus, we have a few notable DLCs and some playtests as well, which will be at the end of the video like usual. My name is Ben, I'll be the one guiding you through this video, and as always, all dates, prices are accurate at the time of recording and in pounds sterling. Sit back and relax, like, comment, subscribe, really appreciate it, and let's jump straight into it. So after its initial beta not being received well and earning a delay, Killing Floor 3 looks to get back into action with an even more intense co-op horror FPS experience. Set in the year 2091, you and up to 5 teammates will battle against hordes of bioengineered monstrosities known as Zeds. This time, the story focuses on a rebel group called Nightfall, fighting against the megacorp Horzine's tyrannical control. Gameplay is high-octane, fast-paced, and grisly. Expect brutal weapons, explosive gore, and dynamic environments that can be destroyed in the mayhem. The game features a revamped class system, deeper character progression, and new veteran-level challenges. You can also team up with cross-platform friends across PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. After feedback from the beta previously, the devs have been putting a lot of focus onto the map design, visuals, and gameplay, trying to find the formula that which is so popular with Killing Floor fans. We'll have to see if they're successful. Launching on the 24th of July for PC, PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, Killing Floor 3 has a standard edition which is $34.99, a deluxe edition at $51.99, and an elite Nightfall edition which is $69.99. The deluxe edition basically includes one season and some skins, and the elite Nightfall edition includes 4 seasons for that extra price. Announced recently, Grounded 2 brings the backyard survival adventure back with bigger threats and deeper systems. 2 years have passed since your last miniature adventure, and now we're no longer in the back garden of the first game, but instead exploring the whole of Brook Hollow Park, introducing sprawling new biomes like sand dunes, the infamous anthill fortress, and even a giant spilled ice cream truck. You can jump in solo or with friends, crafting weapons, armor, and new tools while managing hunger, thirst, and health. But this time, you'll also tame and ride buggies, gigantic insects like fire ants and orb weavers that you can tag for traversal, resource gathering, and even combat assistance. Launching in early access on the 29th of July via Steam for around $24.99 or $29.99 in dollars, Grounded 2 aims to retain the charm of its predecessor while expanding the scale and depth for veteran players. This one will be day one on Game Pass, of course, for those that use that service. Mycopunk is a quirky 4-player co-op shooter set in a bizarre fungal wasteland. You'll control members of the new Atlas Hazard crew, a ragtag squad of sentient robot rejects hired to clear out planet-wide fungus infestations. It's fast, it's chaotic, and it's packed with gadgets, weapons, and bizarre alien creatures. Each run blends base defense missions with exploration and high-intensity combat. You'll use customizable weapons, pick up loot, and survive waves of fungal mutants. It's giving me kind of Risk of Rain 2 meets Borderlands meets Gears of War Horde mode, kind of all mixed and combined together in its own little way, and it looks very cool indeed. No price on this one yet, but it'll be available 10th of July on Steam. Looking to capitalize on the groundwork that Black Myth Wuchang laid down, Wuchang Fallen Feathers is a new Chinese Souls-like action RPG set in a supernatural late Ming Dynasty China, centering on Bai Wuchang, a pirate afflicted with the feathering disease. As she travels through Shu's war-torn lands, she'll confront corrupted creatures and human foes alike. Combat rewards precision dodges and aggressive play, charging up your Skyborn might meter to unleash powerful weapon techniques. You'll switch between 2 weapons, experiment with upgrade paths, and tackle punishing bosses in richly atmospheric, handcrafted environments inspired by Chinese mythology and history. Launching on the 24th of July for PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, it's going to be day one on Game Pass as well. Wuchang is a beautifully thematic and challenging addition to the Souls-like genre. Pricing is $44.99 for the standard edition and $49.99 for the deluxe edition. That edition includes some extra outfits and some in-game items. So this is one I remember seeing a trailer for a long time ago. Eriksholm, The Stolen Dream is an elegant isometric stealth adventure that follows Hannah, a young woman unraveling her brother's disappearance in the Nordic-inspired city of Eriksholm. You'll control Hannah and 2 other characters using their unique abilities to solve puzzles, evade authorities, and uncover a deeper conspiracy. The narrative unfolds through stylized visuals and cinematic in-game cutscenes that make it feel like you're playing for a living movie. With richly detailed environments, clever stealth mechanics, and an emotionally driven story, Eriksholm promises a polished solo experience. There is a demo on Steam that you can check out right now at the time of posting this video, and the game will be priced at £33.50 or $40 on PC, presuming this is the same price for console, but I've only seen the price for PC mentioned at the moment. Launching on the 15th of July for PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, this smaller studio gem could surprise players looking for something thoughtful and sleek. So Total Chaos is a survival horror experience born from a classic Doom 2 mod, returning to a haunted island mining colony called Fort Oasis. You play as a Coast Guard marooned in this decaying, eerie environment after mysterious transmission draws you in. This is a dark, atmospheric game focused on scavenging, crafting, and managing limited resources while facing down monstrous entities and surreal horrors. I tried this one last year during a Steam Next Fest, and it was amazing. It blew me away. Can't wait to jump back into this one. I'll leave a link below to the video if you want to check that one out after this one as well. It was a really good time from what I played. Launching 24th of July on PC via Steam, there's no pricing for this one yet, although it's expected around £20 or so. Total Chaos aims to deliver chilling, retro-tinged survival horror at its most disturbing, and I'm absolutely here for it. Tales of the Shire invites players to step into a cozy slice-of-life adventure in Tolkien's iconic Shire. You'll explore charming hobbit holes, forage for ingredients, cook, garden, fish, and meet beloved characters from the books and films. It's the ultimate Hobbit home simulator with a narrative woven around community, curiosity, and comfort. Gameplay focuses on simple crafting, story snippets, and optional side quests that celebrate small moments of joy. With its pastoral visuals, soft soundtrack, and relaxed pacing, Tales of the Shire offers a genuinely peaceful experience in contrast to epic battles. Coming 29th of July on PC via Steam as a full release, this is a perfect game for fans of cozy exploration and peaceful storytelling in Middle-earth. There's no price for this one at the moment. Switching it up, Wildgate is a fast-paced first-person PvP extraction shooter where you and your crew of prospectors fight to retrieve a powerful artifact and escape the Reach. You'll board enemy ships, scavenge wreckage, and engage in intense gunfights both on foot and in space. Matches are unpredictable with dynamic map layouts, unique prospectors with special abilities, and a constant threat of rival teams. Your ship acts as both your base and escape route, so keeping it fueled, armed, and intact is the key to survival. Launching 22nd of July on PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, Wildgate looks like a strong pick for fans of the tactical shooters and high-stakes PvP. Every Day We Fight is a tactical roguelite where real-time exploration meets turn-based strategy in a sci-fi city which is caught in a time loop. You lead a band of resistant fighters navigating procedurally generated urban landscape, scavenging supplies, discovering new weapons, and triggering tactical combat encounters. When combat begins, play pauses and it shifts you into turn-based mode. Place your team for an ambush, and each unit takes turns using action points to move, attack, and use abilities, very much like XCOM. Combat feels active though, because when you're aiming, it'll go into first-person mode, and you'll have precise targeting and real-time responsiveness, putting a fresh spin on the tactical gameplay there. Between battles, you move freely through the city, uncover narrative snippets, and prepare for your next encounter. Each run evolves based on your performance, unlocking new abilities and strategic options as you progress. Launching 10th of July on PC via Steam, Every Day We Fight blends thoughtful strategy with immersive world traversal, creating a uniquely dynamic turn-based experience in a roguelite package. There is a demo on Steam available for this one currently, but there's no news on pricing at this time. This next one caught my eye as it's got the cartoon style of Rimworld in a way. Ascent of Ashes is a colony sim set in a harsh post-apocalyptic world blanketed by ash and volcanic ruin. You'll manage survivors, build up your base, and balance food, power, and shelter while facing natural disasters and dangerous wildlife. The game blends deep strategy with exploration as you send teams out to go and scavenge for ruins and uncover lost tech to keep your colony alive. With procedural maps and dynamic events, no two runs will feel the same. Launching 21st of July on PC via Steam into early access, this is one for fans of the Rimworld style survival with a fiery twist. No price for this one at the moment. So we included this one in June's video, but it was pushed back and delayed to July. This is Dreadzone. It's a survival game set in a deadly quarantine zone. Scavenge for resources, craft tools, build shelter, and survive against dangerous animals, zombies, mutants, and other survivors. Explore the zone where desperation drives everyone to do whatever it takes to survive. As I mentioned last month, this one looks really good, but almost too good. Hoping this isn't another situation like the day before, but if they can stick the landing with this, it could be an impressive survival title to check out. I will definitely be featuring this on the channel when it's launched, and we can check it out together when it releases. Speaking of which, its new release date is going to be the 17th of July in early access on PC via Steam. No price or demo for this one yet. So Death Relives is a narrative-driven horror survival game where you play as a young man trying to escape an ancient deity worshipped by Mesoamerican cultures and later embraced by the Aztecs. You'll explore eerie, atmospheric environments, solving environmental puzzles and managing inventory while evading supernatural threats. The game delivers a tense and immersive horror experience filled with folklore-inspired danger and survival mechanics, offering a rich narrative that unfolds as you piece together your escape from the clutches of the ancient god. Launching 25th of July on PC via Steam, no price or demo for this one at this time either. So STRIDEN is a first-person sandbox looter shooter with survival and PvP elements set during a fictional Cold War style conflict in Scandinavia. You and a squad of players drop into hostile zones to loot weapons and resources, engage enemy combatants, and strategize your extraction. The key loop centers around high-risk, high-reward gameplay, gear up, fight your way through operable zones, and make the call to extract before rival squads win the race. You can build bases in the meantime, and you've got to gather resources and things to like power everything before you can call the extraction. Your squad's radio beacon signals for that evacuation, but there's only one team getting out and escaping per zone. It makes everything become a tense standoff. I tried this one last year, I'll leave a link in the description below, and the best way to describe it, it's like a mix of Battlefield, Call of Duty, and Escape from Tarkov. Maybe it's trying to do a bit too much in some of those areas, but it did feel rather unique with that combination merged together and how it all worked within a single game. Plus, you kind of earn points, and if you gain enough points, you can turn into a mutant bear, so what more is there to say? It's launching into early access on the 11th of July via Steam. No price on this one yet. I don't think this one will be free to play, but I wouldn't expect it to be a super high priced title or anything like that. Next up, we have Dawn Apart. This is a sci-fi colony building factory sim where you're tasked with constructing an automated industrial outpost on a hostile alien planet. You'll mine terrain, set up power grids, defend against alien threats, and scale up complex production lines to survive and expand. With its gritty setting and real-time action elements, it's a tough, hands-on alternative to games like Satisfactory and Factorio. Launching 14th of July on PC via Steam. No price for this one, but there is a demo on Steam available right now you can check out for yourself. And Hellclock is a tight, mechanics-focused bullet hell adventure set in a dystopian world where time itself is corrupted. You control a time-wielding character who must dodge relentless attacks, slow time, and counter enemies using a blend of reflex and strategy. Each level presents intricate bullet patterns and environmental traps with a clock-based mechanic. Dodge and deflect bullets to charge your time energy, then unleash powerful time-shifting attacks or rewind a few seconds to correct mistakes. The game rewards precision and timing above all. The devs cite Path of Exile as a big influence for them as well, and they're hoping to channel some of that into their game. Launching 22nd of July on PC via Steam, Hellclock caters to players who love intense, skill-based action with a unique time-controlled twist. No pricing on this one right now, but there is a demo available, and the progress within the demo will now transfer over to the full game upon release. So if you're eager to dive in, you can do so, and you won't have to worry about your progress being wiped. Okay, so we're in the DLC section now, kinda, but this one's technically a standalone expansion, so it's gonna go in here, but it's, you know, kind of gonna merge it from one section of the video to the next. So RoboCop Rogue City returns with unfinished business. This is a standalone expansion, throws you back into the gritty, crime-infested streets of Detroit. You once again step into RoboCop's cybernetic boots, resuming your mission against organized crime that festered during the main campaign's chaotic finale. The expansion opens with a major crime boss breaking free from the system, forcing RoboCop to revisit old crime scenes, hunt down new leads, and settle unfinished scores in a multi-mission story arc. Expect a mix of investigation, tactical combat, and upgrade-based progression. RoboCop can gain new abilities from parts scavenged during your hunt. The streets are slick with corruption, and the expansion leans further into moral conflicts as you decide who you protect and who you punish. Unfinished Business launches on the 17th of July as a fully standalone expansion on PC via Steam. No base game required. It's a gritty, neon-soaked trip back into the world of the ED209 era, perfect for fans of classic action heroes or cyberpunk shooters looking for a bold return to form. It'll be priced at $24.99 or $22.49 if you own the first game. You get 10% off. It's not really a DLC, but not really a full sequel, so let's leave it there. This one, however, is DLC, and it's perhaps an important one for a studio and its future. Destiny 2's next chapter, The Edge of Fate, adds a dramatic new storyline that brings us to a new destination called Kepler, a planetoid in the Oort cloud. The player stats are getting a full rework as well as new abilities around dark matter and an emphasis on player-driven exploration. The Edge of Fate releases on the 15th of July for all platforms supporting Destiny 2, and it's going to be $34.99 if you're playing on Steam. Whether you're chasing new gear, diving into deeper lore, or just love a high-stakes sci-fi action, this feels like the next big chapter in Destiny 2's journey, as this is really kickstarting the new story after we had the final shape conclude everything beforehand last year. There is a Year of Prophecy edition that includes the DLC above, as well as a future Renegades campaign that's expected around December, and it's actually featuring Star Wars content and a dungeon and future reward passes. The Ultimate Year of Prophecy edition includes some extra exotic items, a Dark Side Legends bundle. I'm still not sure how I feel about actual Star Wars content being canon and intertwining with Destiny, but I guess we'll have to see how that goes, I guess. And for another piece of DLC, Rimworld's latest Odyssey expansion launches on the 11th of July, taking your colony beyond the planet and into the stars. The headlining feature is the Grav Ship, a buildable, upgradable mobile base that lets you carry colonists, animals, and supplies across distant biomes, even into orbit. Begin with a basic engine and fuel tank, then gradually expand it into a flying fortress with labs, workshops, med bays, hydroponics, and more. Odyssey introduces 5 brand new biomes, from glowing fungal forests and lava-scorched plains to frozen tundras and ruined cities, each packed with unique wildlife, landmarks, and environmental challenges. You'll also discover orbital debris, satellites, and mechanoid platforms ripe for scavenging or exploration via shuttle. Along with new animals and gear, think mastodons, exotic birds, and golden weapons, you'll embark on planetary quests and venture into orbit, battling mechanoid hordes and unlocking alien technology. Odyssey transforms Rimworld into a dynamic spacefaring colony sim, where your base truly moves as your adventure unfolds. Not only that, this expansion comes alongside a 1.6 update for Rimworld, which includes some mods as base game features now, improves the pathfinding of your pawns, much better loading times and optimization, and so much more. Launching on the 11th of July for PC only, Odyssey is the biggest evolution in Rimworld's history, turning your base builder into a galactic wanderer. The first time in Rimworld, we aren't just trying to survive and escape, but maybe stay and thrive. No pricing details for this one. Most of the expansions are usually priced around $19.99, but this one might be a little bit more because it is bigger. We'll have to wait and see. Finally, for the playtests and betas this month, so Fellowship is a cooperative multiplayer action RPG focused on teamwork, exploration, and dynamic world events. Players take on the roles of uniquely skilled characters, venturing into richly detailed world inspired by classic fantasy lore. The game promises challenging combat, meaningful choices, and a strong emphasis on co-op synergy. This is the one that's a bit like MMO dungeons from World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy XIV, but without the MMO story. Just doing dungeon runs and grinding for gear and stats. This was meant to be in June, this was in my June video, but it's been pushed back, and a closed weekend test is expected to kick off around July 6th, with dates to be confirmed via the game's Discord. Players can request access through an official community and wishlist the game on Steam in advance. Vaultbreakers is a top-down, high-stakes adventure action RPG. Fight challenging bosses in heroic brawler combat, exploring a dynamic world that reacts to your actions. Reclaim lost relics and escape. Play solo or with friends in a savage PvE and PvPvE modes. Playtest runs from the 3rd to the 9th of July and includes early access to all 4 starting classes, plus a preview of the gear modding system. Signups are available right now. You can go to the game's Steam page and request access. And the Midnight Walkers is a PvPvE extraction shooter set inside a decaying luxury mall infested with undead. Players drop into matches to loot, survive, and extract, while fighting both zombies and rival teams. Tactical positioning and audio cues are key, and the mall's layout changes slightly each round, keeping players on their toes. Limited playtest was meant to start on the 27th of June, hence why I included it in my video for June last month as well, but it was pushed back a week, and now it will begin on the 4th of July and runs until the 7th of July. Giving players a preview of the early game loop, equipment system, and the game's core PvPvE dynamic. And finally, ahead of its full release at the end of the month, Terminull Brigade is hosting a short closed playtest from the 10th to the 12th of July. Rise in the virtual rebellion together with other players or alone. Master your rogue tiers with distinct playstyles and customizable builds in this action-packed roguelike game. Signups are available via the Steam page, and this one is also due to release on the 30th of July. No price on this one at the moment though. So that wraps up all the big releases, expansions, and playtests coming your way in July 2025. If you're diving into Killing Floor 3, geared up for Grounded 2, or just cozying up with Tales of the Shire, there's genuinely something for every kind of player this month, I think. For me personally, Killing Floor 3, Mycopunk, Total Chaos, they are all really interesting to me. Destiny 2 DLC will likely drag me back in to check it out as a long time Destiny 2 player as well. Rimworld Odyssey DLC looks amazing too, and we may do a few streams of this as well like we did back in the old days on Twitch. But let me know in the comments which game you're most excited for, or if there's one I missed that you think should have made this list. If you found this roundup helpful, give the video a like, maybe drop a sub if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.